That's not something I can look up. No, I can't find any information about Joanne. My article hasn't been published yet. Typical. Nope. With him staring over my shoulder, I can't. You coming?
Yeah, sure.
Come in. Be nice, Moti. She's our neighbor. Come in. Are you all right, Rosa? You look a little preoccupied.
I'm fine.
That's odd. Moti never acts like that.
Oh, jeez. In case you haven't noticed, some animals can sense me. Are you getting a good look, Mutt? Boo!
What's gotten into you, Moti? I'm sorry, he must be sick or something.
It's all right. You said yesterday that you sense things.
Yes?
Could you tell me more about that?
Well, I'm not psychic or anything, if that's what you mean. I'm just observant. Anyone could tell something was wrong if they kept their eyes open. Speaking of which, care to tell me what's wrong?
What do you mean?
You look ill at ease, uncomfortable. The way your eyes keep moving back and forth. Is everything all right?
Say you're fine, kid.
I'm fine.
Yep, everything's just dandy.
Just dandy.
And could you stop looking at me? I mean, I know it's hard.
There's a guy, a friend of mine, his name is Dave Stedham, also known as Creed Malai on the Adventure Game Studio Internet Forum, and I had shown him this little bit of dialogue, and he's a friend, and I was curious to get his opinion of it, and he just spouted out that last line, "Can you look at me? I know it's hard." And I just started laughing, and I said, "Hey, could I use that line?" And he said, "Sure, man, I'd be honored." So Abe was coming over the next day to record some dialogue, so I had him just record the line, and I stuck it in. So, Creed, that one's for you.
I see. Well, I'm here if you need me.
Well, I'd better go.
Take care, Rosa. Come back whenever you'd like.
There's nothing to be afraid of, I hope. See ya. So, dogs can see you, huh?
Dogs, cats, birds, any dumb animal.
So what does that make me?
I don't know. A gerbil? You kind of look like a gerbil.
Shut up.
I love this dialogue. It's one of my favorites. This whole back and forth between Rosa and Joey was a lot of fun to write, and even more fun to act out when I was with the actors. My main worry was that it wouldn't sound right when it was put together, because I recorded the actors separately. They came in at different times, and even if I did have them in at the same time, this computer can only record one microphone at a time. So I recorded Abe first, I think, and then when I sat down with Sandy, I tried to make a point of reading it exactly the way Abe did, so she could play off that. And it turned out pretty well. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It sounds pretty natural when you play it, and you wouldn't know that they recorded their lines separately. So good jobs all around.
Man, I hate this place. I was stuck here for 25 years. Why'd you have to drag me back here, huh?
I'm here to see Dr. Quentin.
Sure thing, you're cleared. Go right in.
Come in.
Dr. Quentin?
Oh, hello. Come in, come in.
Do you know anything about headaches?
It's hardly my specialty, but I know enough. Why?
I've been getting them. Lots of them.
In your case, I'd say they were triggered by stress.
Are they usually this bad?
It varies. Over-the-counter pain medication, rest, that's all I'd suggest.
Thanks. Did my aunt and grandmother ever say anything specific about Joey?
No. Why? Have you learned anything?
Oh, no, I was just wondering.
Oh, real subtle.
Dr. Quentin, I've got something to tell you.
Yes.
It's about Joey.
Oh.
Oh no. Don't you dare.
Yeah.
Darling, you seem like a sweet kid. Don't ruin everything this early in the game. Hey! Whatever you think you're doing, stop right now. You say one word to this quack about me and the jig is up. Are you listening? I just spent 25 years in this dump. I'm not gassed up to do it again, you dig? You want to be locked up in a padded cell with me for company? 'Cause that's what'll happen. And I'll make sure your life is a living hell. Think about it.
Yes, Miss Blackwell?
Never mind.
Good girl. Keep your yap shut and we'll get on just fine.
I love this dialogue. Abe delivered it so well. That last whisper, is just fantastic. This is something that almost got cut. This dialogue here almost got cut because I didn't see the point in being able to return to the doctor again after the first time. There was just no point to it. You could talk to him about a couple little things, your headache and Joey and all this stuff, but besides those, once you said those lines, there was no reason to come back, and I thought it was kind of annoying. The beta testers were complaining. They'd go to the doctor, they wouldn't say anything, nothing would happen, and they would leave. But then Mr. Andrew McCormick, one of the beta testers, he came up with a little bit of code that would prevent you from going to the doctor if you had nothing to say to him, and that saved it. That saved the dialogue. So thank you, Andrew McCormick. And I love this dialogue. I'm glad we could keep it. Some of the beta testers put it very well. It really it shows how isolating her life is right now. I like to call Joey and Rosa, if you're ever familiar with Quantum Leap, I like to call it a very dysfunctional Sam and Al relationship, because neither of them wants to be there, and it's just a great. I love this dialogue. I love it.
I guess I'll head out.
Very well. Goodbye, Miss Blackwell.
I don't think so. Hi, it's me again.
You have more questions, I imagine?
Yeah, is that okay?
I suppose so. What do you want to know?
Do you recognize the girls in this photo?
Well, that's Joanne, there on the left.
And the other two?
I definitely recognize them. They were friends of Joanne. They were up here all the time, but I never spoke to them.
Well, that's all for now. Thanks for helping out.
Just remember, leave my name out of it.
Hey, it's open.
After you.
How many references to my earlier games can you find in this room? This isn't something I asked Chris to do. It's not something I asked him to do. He kind of did it on his own. You'll see the Shiva poster kind of in the foreground there. It's a very low-res version of the Shiva poster. One of my early designs of Rosa is sitting there on top of the closet. The Kiss poster, which was seen in Two of a Kind, is on this wall. Although I guess that's not really a two-of-a-kind thing. Anyone can be a Kiss fan. So yeah, references. Yay, gotta love them.
Yeah? That's Kelly. She gives me the creeps. Could I ask you some follow-up questions, Kelly?
Fine. Make it quick.
Thanks again for lending me that photograph.
No big deal. It was just sitting there on her desk.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. Midterms are a bitch, but I'm handling it. Or I would be handling it if you didn't keep bugging me.
Can I take a look around?
What for?
Just to see if I can find anything else about Joanne.
What, you're a detective now?
Well, forget it.
Could you tell me about the other two girls in the photo?
Oh, them.
You know them.
Only through Joanne.
Do you know their names?
Blonde girl is Allie, I think. And the Asian girl? She's Susan. Tried to avoid them when they were here.
Really? Why?
Look, I need my space. Joanne needed her friends around her. So whenever Joanne turned this place into social central, I had to split. They didn't care for me, and I didn't much care for them.
Before you discount Kelly as being a horrible, nasty bitch, I want to let you know that I based a lot of Kelly's observations and annoyances on my own experience in college. I shared a room with a guy, and Michael, if you're listening to this, you're awesome, but this drove me nuts. I shared a room with a guy who was so social, and a heck of a lot more social than I was. And not that I was antisocial, but I would do all my socializing outside of the dorm room. I wanted to hang out with people, I would leave. When I wanted to relax and be alone, I would come back to the dorm room. This guy would open up the door, turn on the radio, invite the entire world in. It would drive me nuts, and I turned into Mr. Sourpuss Grumpy Face because I'm like, I just want to be alone. And I was, so a lot of Kelly's anger towards her roommate was based on my own experiences.
Do you know anything about Joanne's friend Allie?
You mean Miss Blondie?
Yeah.
I know enough, which isn't much. She was over here all the time visiting Joanne. She was kinda sweet, I guess. Laughed all the time. Oh, 'cause that was annoying. So it was usually my cue to get out of here. What do you want to know about her?
I'm having difficulty finding her. Would you know where she is?
I don't know. She could be anywhere. Studying, partying.
Pushing up daisies.
Shh. Huh?
Nothing.
Right.
I don't suppose you know anything about Susan.
Not much. Quiet, I guess. Maybe she just didn't talk around me. I never stuck around long enough to get to know her.
So what was Joanne really like?
To be honest, there's nothing to say. She was studying political science. She was so...
Vanilla?
Just a cheesy...
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Thanks again, Kelly.
Whatever.
There's a notebook on Joanne's desk. Can I?
No. Joanne and I might not have been buddies, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let some stranger paw through her stuff.
The future Mrs. Davenport? I wonder what that means. I recognize her. That's Joanne. That's her, the ghost in the park. She looks so happy here. I wonder what happened to make her like that. That's her, the ghost in the park. She looks so happy here. I wonder what happened to make her like that. Could I ask you some follow-up questions, Kelly?
Fine. Make it quick.
Do you know anyone named Davenport?
No, but it's a stupid name.
It's written right over here on Joanne's bulletin board.
You think I care what she does? I mean, what she did? I mean, I don't know anyone with that name.
Sorry.
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Thanks again, Kelly.
Whatever.
The name Mrs. Davenport was written under a picture of Susan. Maybe Allie knows who Davenport is. No, I don't see any connection. Judging from the photo Kelly gave me, Susan and Allie were close friends. Susan was one of Joanne's friends. I only hope that Susan doesn't meet the same fate as her two friends. Allie was one of Joanne's friends, and just like Joanne, Allie is dead. Allie is dead, just like Joanne. Is there more to this than a simple case of teen suicide? Can I use your phone?
You what?
It'll only take a second.
Fine, just hurry up.
Who do you think you're calling?
If anyone ever gets stuck in Blackwell Legacy, it's here. And there's a reason for that. In order to solve this puzzle, it's required that you have spoken to Joey on a very specific topic earlier in the game. You have to go back to Rose's apartment and talk to Joey about his special abilities. And a lot of people didn't do that. And so they get stuck here and they look online for a walkthrough. And the walkthrough says to tell Joey to use his power on Kelly's papers. And they're like, how do I do that? I don't know how to do that. The option doesn't come up to do that. It's because they didn't talk to Joey about that specific thing. So so I guess the lesson here is that you can't always trust the walkthrough. You sometimes have to use your brain to figure things out.
Hello, could I speak to Joey, please? Hi, Joey? Yes, I had some questions for you.
Not bad, kid, not bad. If you got something to say, say it quick. Lady Pincushion here is starting to look a little hot under the collar.
Yes, hello. Could you tell me what I'm supposed to do now, please?
Do? Look around, check for clues. We need all the information we can get our hands on.
Joey, I'm not sure I can do what you ask me to do. This is stupid.
Kid, you have to. Don't back out now.
Joey, can you do something about that little bird who is watching me?
Huh? You mean Metal Nose?
Yes, she's making me nervous.
Me? What can I do?
You performed a little trick for me earlier. I'd like you to repeat it for me.
Trick?
Joey, do you see the pile of papers on the desk?
Yeah?
I need you to work your magic on them.
Sure, I can handle that.
It's funny, knowing about the future Blackwell games, my first instinct on how to solve this puzzle would be to just switch to Joey and blow on the papers. But in Blackwell Legacy, you couldn't control Joey. And that obviously changed in future installments. I enabled the player to control Joey. You could switch between both of them at will. And I thought about, while doing this revamp, hey, maybe I'll add the ability to switch to Joey. But I'm like, nope. I don't want to play George Lucas. Some small superficial changes, fine, but nothing groundbreaking. So I kept it as it was.
Thanks again, Kelly.
Yeah, sure.
Nice one.
She's covered her wall with rock posters. I'm not taking Kelly's things. The window has safety bars on it. I guess that's kind of ironic in a morbid kind of way. The safety bars on the window prevent me from opening it. It's the only bed in the room. I guess Kelly got rid of the other bed after Joanne left. I'm not getting into Kelly's bed. She hates me enough already. Looks like standard poli-sci lecture notes. It looks like Joanne liked to doodle in class. The last set of notes in this notebook are pretty strange. I'd better take a closer look. Looks like standard poli... It looks like the last set... I'd better...
I actually saw a doodle almost exactly like this somewhere. I don't remember where it was exactly. I just remember seeing this doodle, and it was almost this exact same thing. The 3 stick figures of 3 girls. The 2 at the top had a guy next to them, and one of the guys was crossed out. And then at the bottom, the girl said, "So many men, so little time." And I just looked at these 3 pictures, 3 stick figures, and it's like I got the 3 personalities, or I just learned enough about these 3 girls, like to kind of develop little, personality profiles. And I always thought it was a nice way to give information about characters without having to do a lot of work, basically. This little picture tells a lot about Joanne, Susan, and Allie. And in a way, these 3 girls are very much cliches. They are a little one-dimensional. Joanne is the smart one, Susan is the quiet one, and Allie is the pretty funny one. However, since Susan is drugged out in a mental asylum, Joanne is dead, and Allie is a ghost in a park, I figure their one-dimensionality, it won't bother people too much. So I think I can forgive myself for not giving them too much of a personality.
Could I ask you some follow-up questions, Kelly?
Fine. Make it quick.
Do you know anyone named Alexander?
No?
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Thanks again, Kelly.
Whatever.
I think it's safe to say that these refer to the same person. Whoever Alexander Davenport is, Susan must like him a lot. He's either a boyfriend or something close to it. Could Alexander Davenport have killed Allie? The school thought that Adrian was a girl because of his name. Alex could also be a girl's name. I wonder. I wonder if this Alexander Davenport person has any connection to Joanne's suicide. Could I ask you some follow-up questions, Kelly?
Fine. Make it quick.
Do you know an Alex Davenport?
No?
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Thanks again, Kelly.
Whatever.
So, congratulations, kid. You committed your first burglary.
Is that what I just did?
For the greater good, kid. For the greater good.
That makes me feel so much better. Hi, it's me again.
You have more questions, I imagine?
Yeah, is that okay?
I suppose so. What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about Joanne's friend Allie?
I'm afraid not. Who is Allie?
She's... never mind, it's not important.
All right.
Did you ever meet Joanne's friend Susan?
The name doesn't ring a bell, I'm afraid.
Do you know an Alexander Davenport?
The name doesn't ring a bell, I'm afraid.
Well, that's all for now. Thanks for helping out.
Just remember, leave my name out of it.
I don't want to, but I guess we should talk to the ghost again.
Don't worry. I'll do the talking.
I remember even 5 years ago when creating this scene and seeing these 2 ghosts in the scene that they just didn't look very good. They just don't look very good in daylight. in a daylight scene, ghosts just don't look good. I tried playing with transparencies. I tried doing all sorts of stuff. They just didn't look good. And so there's a reason why all the future Blackwell games take place at night. Convergence has some scenes during the day, but the sky is deliberately kept very cloudy and dark and moody. So the ghosts look cool in exterior shots. So I guess you will not be seeing many bright sunny days in future Blackwell games.
Hey there. Remember me?
No. Maybe.
For a lot of this commentary, I keep talking about things that I've done wrong and things that I would have done differently and things I regret doing 5 years ago or things that I just have mistakes that I learned from. But something about this character, Allie, I did something very right because a lot of customers have told me that I took some scenes from this section and I put it in the trailer, the original trailer for Blackwell Legacy. And a lot of customers have told me that it was Allie's moments in the trailer that convinced them to buy the game. So there's something about Allie here that resonated with people. And even though through my complete lack of experience, I did something really right here. So for that, I'm very glad.
Can you tell me the last thing you remember?
Candy. I was eating candy.
Candy?
Candy to make the deacon go away.
Ah, I think I understand. Did it work?
I don't hear him anymore, but he did something to me. He'll go away.
Are you friends with a girl named Joanne?
Joanne? Joanne? Beware of Joanne when her plans unfurled, for she intends to take over the world. She had to go away. He drove her away. She didn't understand.
Do you know why Joanne killed herself?
Joanne? She can't be dead. She's going to change the world. She's not dead. Even though she had to go away. They all had to go away because of the deacon.
Do you know Kelly?
Kelly, crazy Kelly, made of ice jelly. We all drove her away. But that was okay. It wasn't the deacon's fault. It was hers.
Is your name Allie?
Yes, that's me. Allie Montego, historian. She kisses the boys, but not for long.
Cute. Well, Allie Montego. At least we've confirmed who you are. Can you tell me about your friend Susan?
Quiet Sue. Little Lady Lee. Always neat and always fair. Won't say much, but you'll know she's there.
Lady Lee?
She had to go away. Stupid deacon. Sending away all my friends. Even the little ones.
Do you know anyone named Alexander Davenport?
On a date with Alexander the Great. Was it an accident or was it just fate?
Can you tell me who the deacon is?
The deacon is the deacon. We called him and he came. He got into my head. He's scared. He's diseased. He's made me diseased too. Now everyone goes away.
Can you tell me anything about yourself, Allie?
Allie Montego, historian. She kisses.
Look, just sit tight. We'll figure this out, and we'll be back.
That place is creepy.
What, you don't like dogs?
You know what I mean. Hey, Joey.
What is it, dear?
Can you tell me more about Auntie Lauren?
I guess. She was a tough lady. Stubborn. Smoked like a chimney.
Anything else?
Later, kid, later. Let's get through this first.
What was my grandmother like?
Old Patty Cake was a real bundle of laughs.
Patty cake?
Yeah, your grandmother. Her name was Patricia, right? So you get Pat, Patty, Patty Cake.
You really called her patty cake?
Yeah, that really hacked her off. Come to think of it, just about everything I did hacked her off.
Like what?
Like... forget it. Ask me later.
Who do you think Alexander is?
Well, judging from that silly doodle you're carrying around, I'd say he was Susan's boyfriend.
You think he's involved?
Anything's possible.
Any idea who the deacon might be?
No idea. Although, he must be a pretty formidable fellow considering what's been going on.
So the ghost's name is Allie.
Looks like it.
And she's trapped in the dog run at Washington Square Park.
That's where she is.
And we have to save her.
Yep.
Is this going to be a typical day from now on?
You'll look back on this as one of the normal ones.
I don't suppose you know anything about Susan.
Nope, no more than you.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, let's get going.